Before I get started, let me just clarify. It is 4:05 in the morning. And the only reason I'm up is because I feel like I was about to get attacked again. I've been on semen retention for approaching 11 months. One of the longest times I've ever been on it. Excuse the way I look, excuse the way that I sound. Like I said, I just woke up. And that's because of a dream I was about to have. Well, a dream I did have that was heading in the wrong direction. Now, I haven't been attacked since probably around the 6-month mark, where I got attacked maybe 4 or 5 times, 3-4 times in about 6-7 days. But to make the long story short, I was in a dream at somebody's house, a young woman's house, and it's not that I was aroused. It's not that I had an interest in this woman, even though she does look good. I just remember going upstairs because I wanted to lay down. Within a couple of minutes of laying down watching TV, she's like, "Oh, Jared, can I come lay down with you?" And I'm like, yeah, all right. I'm not thinking anything of it. But then when you lay down, I noticed that you have on a whole nother outfit. You have on booty shorts, and I can see the glaze of lotion on your legs. So I already know where this is going. And you're laying down to me way too close. So next thing I know, I wake up. I don't know how I woke up. Nothing happened to jolt me awake. So I think that was God protecting me. And some people think, they don't realize how big spiritual warfare and being attacked and being targeted is. Look, man, if you're already living in the flesh, you won't have to worry about that because the devil already got you. But I'm approaching 11 months. I haven't busted nut in 11 months. I probably impregnate a whole damn state at this point. It's crazy, man, because sometimes I feel so alone, like no people understand. I know women understand, but I also know my track record is not on par with the average, typical male in America or in the world or wherever it is. I don't know. And it's not a flex. I'm not talking crap. This is my life. I mean, for God's sakes, I call myself Jared, the 20-year recovering sex addict. I wish I was normal, man. Sometimes I wish I was normal. That's why I may title this that. With that being said, like I always do about this time, it's Jared, the 20-year recovering sex addict. 20-year recovering abusive sex addict, man. Can't make this up if I wanted to. No filters, no edits, no redos. The channel that is not in YouTube's algorithm. The channel that never asks you to like, comment, subscribe. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. I'm not on Insta, I'm not on TikTok, Facebook, Snap. I can barely tolerate YouTube. It is what it is. I just wish I was normal, man. I'm so tired sometimes, I just wish I was normal. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. But this is not entertainment. This is education, my pain, my story, my life, my everything. I bear it out to y'all. I'm so appreciative of the people that have just found my channel. The people that's been rocking with me my day ones, man. Y'all are the best, man. Y'all know who you are. The men and women that have supported this channel. Shout out to you who wanted to donate to me. All these things just make me feel so good, man, because I have plans for the channel, and I said that in the last upload, and to know that y'all really support me means a lot. So I had to get this off my chest as I see I'm approaching 4 minutes. Pour my heart out to y'all. I just wish I was normal sometimes. I just wish I was normal. I told a couple people about my channel that know me in real life, To the dude I told about, and I told him, if you didn't keep asking me about, the channel, I'm not saying you every time, but like the couple of times I would be like, yeah, I do this, I do that. And I don't go into it because, I don't know. I've told a couple females about my channel that know me, and I probably should have just kept it to myself, but One of them I ended up sleeping with. I ain't talking about you. Don't, if you still watching, I ain't talking about that situation no more. And another one, she know me. I know her for years, you know what I'm saying? Much love to both of them. Much love to both of them. But I keep telling people, man, you want to be quiet about if you do anything on social media. You just want to. But that man has an addiction way different than mine. And so that's how we ended up talking. And look, no matter what you suffer from, it's always trauma. Every addiction is somehow related in trauma. Say whatever you want. I'm telling y'all the truth. The other female, if you end up watching this, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? We talked a couple times, and, it's hard for me to tell people about what I'm about. It's easier for me to show you through my channel because, I keep it professional when I'm in real life, but this is my life. This is my pain, my story. This is what I struggle with. And sex and women is all that I've known for 20, 25 years. And it haunts me. It follows me. Like I said, I wish I was normal. That's probably what I'm gonna title this. And I remember you saying, because you're like, why don't you come out? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying I told you what I told you, and the reason that when you were like, hey, why don't you come out, or have fun, or, we'll go do whatever. And not like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's like that. You know what I'm saying? But I tried to make you understand that it sucks being me, because when I change my frequency, you know what I'm saying? If I have a drink, if I have a smoke, if I do anything, my body will go into default mode, even if I'm walking in the spirit. Let me try to elaborate on that. At one point when I stopped having sex and stopped smoking weed and drinking, I couldn't even smoke weed around anybody because as soon as I smoke weed, my body's on, okay, it's time to go. As soon as I have a drink, okay, it's time to have sex. Because that's all that I've known. Like my body had been trained. That was the default response to changing my frequency. And that's scary, man. That's so sad. If I were to tell, like I kind of hinted at that towards one or two people before. And even though they're like, oh, yeah, I know you didn't understand what I'm talking about. So, girl, much I like you too, you know what I'm saying? Like, you mad cool. But I told you, you know what I'm saying? I told you about my walk. I told you about this channel because it sucks being me. Like all I've ever known is women and sex. And that's so crazy because I don't know how I even survived this long, managing to not take life seriously. And one of the hardest things for me to understand is why even women mess with me. I mean, I know why they mess with me, but I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying every time I've laid down with somebody, I've always had a return engagement. It wasn't just one time. I mean, there's a couple of times I don't remember certain places and things, but that's because the only reason there wasn't another time is because there wasn't an opportunity for a return engagement because I ain't never see him again. I just happened to be someplace, and there's plenty of people that I don't remember their name. I don't remember their face. I don't remember anything. I just remembered bits and pieces about body parts. Well, I'm not joking about none of this, man. This is my life. But it's so crazy because last year around this time, right? Last year around this time, I was not living in the same place I was living now. And I actually was getting ready to take my vacation. I had several places that I wanted to see. And someone that I shouldn't have slept with. And girl, I'm not talking about you. This person I'm talking about doesn't know about my channel. But I remember when I hinted at one of the places, because she knew that my birthday was coming up and there were several places that I wanted to go. And I said to anyone who knew me around that time, yo, I don't want to take no vacation with nobody. I'm talking about to the females that I actually was talking to. I was like, yo, I don't want to be around nobody. No disrespect to y'all, none of that stuff. I just want to be, you know, I wanna have my peace of mind, and I just want to be in nature, and I just want to have a good time, and I just want to be alone. And I remember when I hinted at one of the places I wanted to go, I don't know how this came up, but within like a couple of days, it's like, oh, you know, I have to do something with something. I'm not going to get into the specifics of it, but I'm going to be in the area. Maybe you can come by around, you know, like late at night, or just, you know, stop by the hotel or blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, like, God, you got to be kidding me. Like, hell no. And it's not that, it's like I just told you about everything that was up with me. And everyone knows, like I tell them the truth, everyone knows I'm a recovering sex addict. So if I just told you that, and I just told you that I want to be able to be in nature, spend time with myself, spend time with God, like just relax, just exhale, just recharge. And the next thing out your mouth is, oh, you know, why don't you come through late at night? Like, I don't know. But no, man, I'm sorry for going off on this rant, but that's why it's 4 o'clock in the morning, man. I don't know anything but what I know. And that's why I said I'm going to title this, I Wish I Was Normal. You know, I wish I was normal. But that's why I'm awful. Like, I would come out, you know what I'm saying? But I'm fearful of coming out because, man, you give me a drink, you give me a smoke, and it, you know, it bothers me. And I just had that dream where I feel like I was about to get attacked with some type of sexual dream, and God woke me up. And this was on my mind, and I honestly wanted to drop a video about something else. So maybe I'll do that on the next video. I'm going to talk about something that has to do with along the line of social media and female nature. I haven't talked about females in a while. I love all y'all. That's why I never shame y'all. Women do what women do, and I'm going to give a little bit of clarity as to why women do that. And the unfairness that happens to be with men, why they do some with some and never give some the time of day. It has nothing to do with what you think it does. That's why I get mad about content creators talking about get in shape, get the money, get the bag, you'll get the girl. No, you might get the draws, but you're just getting used. And while y'all out here playing checkers, women are playing chess. They 10 steps ahead of y'all, man. Because women learn the game at a young age, and y'all learn masturbation while they start learning life. So blame that on puberty. Anyway, man, don't hate the player, hate the game. The world is what it is, and I'm not a player. I'm just a person who led a particular life and understands a lot more than most. But girl, that's why I said what I said about coming out, you know what I'm saying? I'm just fearful. I'm just fearful because the only thing I've ever known is women and sex. And it sounds like I'm tooting my own horn. But it's ruined my life. Not in any of my kids, my daughter's mother's lives. I've ruined so many women's lives. I've had mine ruined too, you know, but we don't lead pointing the finger on this channel. It's nothing but accountability. And this video is no different. It's Jared, the 20-year recovering sex addict. Jared, the 20-year recovering abusive sex addict. No filters, no edits, no nothing, no redos. The channel that is not in YouTube's algorithm. You know my name. You know my slogan. Discernment over delusion. Live and stand for something greater. Got a runny nose. Live and stand for something greater than one's own self-gratification, man. I love y'all. And I'm out. It's dark as hell out here. Let me take my ass inside.